So I want you to be honest, how many of you guys thought I wasn't going to stream today because it's a little bit late? And it is a little bit late, and I didn't wake up at a bad time, but I had some stuff happen last night, and it was in my head. And but we're out here at the Wynn right now. We have the waterfall behind us, and I want to change the format up of the stream a little bit today. We're going to see about me getting enough huevos, enough balls essentially, to ask people some awkward questions in Vegas. Of course, we have 2 microphones, right? So we can walk down the Las Vegas Strip and we can use one mic like this. And unlike my Trump Harris video, I'm not going to be having a robot echo voice because I didn't realize it was going to do that. But we're on the Las Vegas Strip today, and I'm starting off over here at the Wynn. And it's a beautiful day. It's going to be the last nice day for a few days if you're out here. We're going to have a wind warning come through, whip into town around 11 o'clock tonight. And then after that, it's going to be colder. I think we're going to have lows in the upper to mid 40s, which is crazy. And I finally got the... Oh, I love it so much. How fast can it go? Can you keep up, cameraman? It's not, there's no cameraman, it's just the gimbal doing the gimbal thing. So this is actually really cool because, you know, so I want to bring interactivity to the Las Vegas Strip. I watch YouTube and I consume YouTube just like you guys do. And hey, Ronald Hinson, what's up? Dean, what's up, young LA Raider? I watch YouTube just like you guys do, and I see people that are, they're in places like New York City. I saw somebody in Amish country once who was simply asking people questions. And I thought, well, that might be good. And then I did the Trump Harris video, but that was maybe a little too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They called the Ghostbusters and they're in control, my 1990s and 80s music. So maybe that was too much, but what if we asked people questions like, you know, are resort fees a scam? Do you even know what they are? Or what if we asked people really awkward questions like, are you doing better now than you were 4 years ago? Ooh, that's a little spicy one. Or we could ask people questions like, do you think social media is good or bad? Has it ruined your life? I don't know. But today we did say to somebody that we would go down. My pants are too big for me, so I have to wear a belt. Incredible camera. It's just an iPhone. This is an iPhone 16 Pro Max. And let's test the microphone, just for fun. So, oh. Oh no. Focused on that other guy. It's got to get me in. What it's doing is, it's doing a good job, right? But it's going to get my face. But the problem is, if it sees anybody else's face, it's going to go with them. Like, it might go with that guy. So what I wanted to do is just see how far away. Come on, man. Oh, by the way, the Kansas City Chiefs are here. Oh, man. Stop. I guarantee you security's watching me, wondering what I'm doing. These guys are watching me, wondering what I'm doing. Quentin Gamer, nice to see you, brother. Quentin Gamer. Oh, shoot. Okay. Now I got to do something here. There you go. Good. Okay, good. Okay. Good morning, Steven. From Ron in Vancouver. We're going to go. Brenda Murphy's in town. They're going, yeah, hey, what's up, Quentin Gamer? Oh, you know what? I thought you were a different person. I better give your moderator back. Good. I thought you were somebody else. I couldn't catch it. Stephen Fife from Scotland. I'll have a great stream. Now, what's funny about this, too, is check this out. If I wanted to, I'm on this big old giant selfie stick. So what I can do is I can do this. And this is going to be stupid, right? So I could actually do this on this thing. Oh man, that makes me feel a little bit nervous. But now we have giant, huge crane mode enabled on the stream. Do you guys know that I get bored of live streaming? You wouldn't think it, right? But of course I do. Like I'm I don't know, man. I can't do something for too long without getting bored at it. It's probably one of my greatest failings. This is jittery because I have this 5-foot pole in front of me, so I'm gonna stop that. What's up? How you guys doing? All right. If you guys like the creativity on the streams, I will let you know that I have donation goals. I would like to one day, well, I'm not gonna tell you the goals. I'll tell the Patreon the goals. If I tell you the goals, you're all gonna be like, you're such a greedy prick, how dare you? Scott, cool, nice to see you guys. I'm happy you're here with me. Let's turn this follow mode off. We don't want the follow mode on. Yep, so yeah, it's hard to hold. The pole is huge, man. That's what she said. But yeah, we're gonna walk, see if we can find some people. That's more respectable, right? We just had all of our copyright blown right from the very get-go. Boom! No more copy, no ads on this video because of this. The Wynn has beautiful flowers, gorgeous place. I did promise somebody we're gonna go to the Westgate. Thing is, I drove the scooter again, and I didn't want to park it anywhere near Circus. I have like a kryptonite lock on it through the tire, and then there's another lock that goes around the scooter, and then I had an old lock that was one of those cable locks. It's got scuffed, so it's easier to cut, but I put that on it too, and I'm parked out here, so I don't know. Nice shirt today. Everybody loves Captain America, you know. How could you not like Captain America? So I'm a little bit like asking people IRL, like in real life, you know, is Vegas a value or a ripoff? That's something we could ask, but I want to keep walking. Somehow I got 135 people watching me. I've only been on for 7 minutes. By the way, that thumbnail you see, that was taken with the 360 camera, the Insta360, 360 module. When I can be successful at day trading, I'm going to invest. No, I would rather join Patreon. Thank you so much, JL, for a great question. We'll get back to JL and why that is, but I'm going to invest in an Insta360 1-inch 360 camera, which is like on another level. It's so good. I'm using the cheaper version now that I got as a kit some years ago, and I never really looked into it, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I would rather people join Patreon. It's better for them, actually. Everything has to be good for you. That's a bigger win-win, because like yesterday I posted Insta360, I posted these really cool 360 photos that are like warpy and stuff on Instagram, or no, sorry, on Patreon. So it's the Austin Powers song. This is the song from Austin Powers. Does anybody recognize this? Is this Burt Bacharach? This is the song. I feel like I'm in an Austin Powers movie. All right. But I didn't know that wasn't the song. But yeah, I post more stuff on Patreon. I post videos all the time. I post like an hour worth of videos every single month. Day trading takes so much more effort than people think. 12 hours a day? No. What? No, I don't trade 12 hours a day. Are you kidding me? 100% no. No. I do not trade. Some night, okay. No. Do you guys want to hear what my schedule is for day trading? I mean, the other day, I got on at 6:30 at open. I was done at 7:30. I lost money, then I made money, and I was at a profit of $360 on 2 accounts. Oh, you did annual. Thank you, JL. Dude, are you kidding me? Not much. Get out of here. JL pledged $53.30. Thank him with a personalized message. Thank you so much, JL. And I can regrow my hair with carrot ink. Thank you. No, so you can't trade 12 hours a day. Now, however, swing trading, okay, so you trade on different time frames, right? Does anybody care? Say yes if you give a damn about what I'm talking about right now. Let me know. Say yes if you care. You can't make 1% a day. What? No. B, you need to reach out to me. you need to reach out to me. We need to have a conversation, a serious conversation about things, because I'm gonna tell you, yes, you can, but it's hard. So, day trading. The charts have time frames. So that's my email address, B, if you want to reach out to me, text me on my Google Voice or send me an email. The charts have different time frames. You can have a 30-second chart where every bar is worth 30 seconds. You can have a 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. And then you can trade different types of lengths of trades, right? So I trade on a 2 minute chart. And in 2 minutes, it'll tell you all the action in the last 2 minutes. Some people, they do swing trading. Some people do intraday trading. Some people do, I don't know what it's called, what I do, but I look for a move that lasts a few minutes at most, and then I get in and I get out. So, no. 1% of an account. I have an account with $50,000 of equity in it. I don't even know what 1% is. It's $500, right? You know, so you can do that. So I moved from a combine account, which is where you are just training and you're proving to the company, the prop firm that I use, that you can make 3,000. And I passed that, so I have what's called an express funded account. And then that's when you can actually take money out. So that account, it's weird because when traders are just practicing, when they're just practicing, they can make $1,000 a day, and they can hold their money too, because it's not real money that you can't have access to. So then you move on to the one where you can make money. That's where people lose their minds consistently. And you can ask around and you can look on Reddit and say, what happened when you passed your combine? 999 out of 1,000 people will tell you, I failed, I busted my funded account. And that's what I've been doing. So my mentor told me it took her 3 months to pass her trading combine where she could actually make money. And then she lost that account. And then she did it again, slightly faster, then she lost the account. You lose accounts where you can make the money for a little bit, psychological. So I took 1 month to pass my training, and I blew the account. But then 10 days after that, I passed another training, and I blew that account. So now, I have an account that I ran down to minus 900, and I got it back up to minus 6. And, you know, I have other accounts that are linked up to it. So when I say I made 360 on one account, I made it on 2 accounts the other day. So I hope to get a cash out by the end of this month. And then from there, you just keep adding accounts and linking them together. So you make $200 once, but you're making it 5 times at the same time on, like, you know, 4 other accounts that are linked up. That's how it works. Check out Weight Watchers stock. Went from 72 cents to 218, then back at 104. Well, yeah, but I don't trade those kinds of stocks. I don't trade international. I don't trade individual stocks. What B is talking about is where you're like, you want to trade GoPro because you heard there's a new camera coming out and you think it's going to go up that day, or you know that Tesla's going to put out their numbers and you heard they might be good. So those stocks have a hard market open, 6:30 Eastern Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Central Time, and then you sit there and you know, first of all, you need the leverage to buy shares. So let's say you hope it goes up 10 cents, 100 shares go up 10 cents. What's 10 cents times 100? Right, that's a $10 trade, right? So if it goes up, you buy 100 shares and it goes up 10 cents, you made $10, right? So that's trading stocks one way. And if you wanted to make that $1,000, then you'd have to have huge leverage. And remember, like, one share of, you know, NVIDIA was $900 a few months ago before they split that stock. Now it's like $250. So then you got to be like, oh, I got to buy 100 shares of NVIDIA. I need $2,500 of leverage. But I don't trade that stuff. I trade the NASDAQ futures mostly. I was trading the ES futures. You can trade gold futures. You don't need that much leverage for those. Let's show you the strip. We're going to the Westgate today. Yeah, that means that everything's linked together. If you gain, you lose. But there's a certain subtle art of losing. Day trading, guys, I'm gonna tell you something really important. You ready for this? Trading is not about maximizing your wins, it's about minimizing your losses. Trading is not about trying to be an 80% win rate. It's about minimizing your losses, winning 6 or 7 times out of 10. And how do you win 6 or 7 times out of 10? You have a consistent system. You say, I'm only going to enter a trade when I see this happen. And I'm going to exit a trade when I see this happen. And then you say, I'm not going to lose more than $500 a day. And then you say, well, then I'm not going to lose more than $150 on a single trade, right? And if you did that, you'd have 3 trades a day, plus $50 in your buffer. And it's about winning 400 and then locking your account if your platform allows you to do that. That means you physically can't trade until the next market open. But it's not about going in trying to hit a home run. It's about hitting singles. Okay, look, I want to give you 2 sports analogies. Yeah, you know why most people won't take a loss? B says, agreed, it's about minimizing losses. I'll tell you why people won't take a loss, okay? People are afraid of losing what they have. So if somebody's trading and they're in a winning position and it keeps winning, they have to add to it. They have to, like if they're trying to buy a stock, they have to buy more if it's winning. They won't do that. Instead, they'll stop the trade. They'll say, well, I'm already up 200 and I don't want to lose more. Instead of saying I'm already up 200 and it looks like it's going to go up another 1,000, so I'll add another 2 positions where now you're making $3,000 or something, they'll stop. This is a nice little Ferrari here. Sounds nice, it purrs like a kitten. And then when they're losing, what people will do is they'll say, well, this is going to turn around. I'm reading a book called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and I was reading it on my scooter ride here today. I was listening to it on Audible. And what most people do is they think they can predict the market. You can't predict the market. It's impossible. So what they do is they go into a trade saying, this is what this is going to do. And when it doesn't do what you think it's going to do, you tend to stay in a loss because you're thinking it's still going to do what you think it's going to do because you're so smart and you figured out all of the technicals and you know the market and you know this should go up. It's not going up, it's going down. So they stay in it a very long time. They lose money for a very long time. When in reality, experienced and consistent people who make money at this understand that yes, their edge says maybe this will go up, should go up. I'm going to bet that it goes up, and you put down your position. And if it goes down, they say, well, I should have been right. This is usually right, but I'm cutting my loss. I'm getting out of this now. They don't sit there and hope that it turns around because although my research said it would go up, Fontainebleau is better than Resorts World. I'm going to go into Fontainebleau one day and talk to a security guard. And I'm going to say, hey, let me explain something. Can I still walk through here as a regular person and take some still photos? Because I have a 360 camera, and I think your property is one of the most gorgeous properties that's ever been built. If you don't want me streaming, just tell me so. Don't have a guy try to cock block me and demand my ID. I just won't do it again. My trading mentor, soon to be business partner, she does ETFs and she does futures on Robinhood, and I don't know nothing about that. There's too much to it. I'm focusing on one thing. Yeah, we're gonna do the survey possibly later because right now we made somebody a deal that we would go to Westgate today. I don't even know if they're watching. So right now we're going to Westgate, which is behind Silver City's sign, behind the convention center, behind all this stuff. And it's not somewhere where a lot of people might want to see it, but it's still an iconic old casino. It's been around since the 1960s and has changed hands so many times and still provides an amazing value proposition for people. Do you day trade any? I trade futures. I trade the NASDAQ 100 NQ futures. I was trading gold until I'm not. I just don't want to be on. If I trade too much, if you trade too much, you lose. So that's what it is. So I don't trade individual stocks. It's all the same game anyways, though. You know, if you're looking at a chart, you see where your 200 EMA is, you see where your 20 moving average is, you see if it's above or it's below, if it's a wide or a narrow state, you look for a big bar, you wait for it to be almost over for the 2 minutes, you buy or you sell, you watch it, you deduct what it might do, and then you pull the trigger if you want to take your money. So you can trade, like, for example, gold. Gold market moves really fast between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can trade the London session. You can trade a Hong Kong session. You can trade, you know, what we trade here. I don't know. You can do lots of trading. Look at these. But if you overtrade, you're just going to lose your money. These are cool. You get all these little, look at all these little flowers here. Tons of them, right? It's that time of the year where these things will bloom like crazy. You just got to look for the beauty in this world because it's always out there. What's the best stock to get into? Oh, I have no idea, brother. Don't listen to anybody online for stocks mostly. If you want to know, I would suggest you go to the bank and you talk to their investing people. I don't suggest anybody day trade. It's going to take you years before you can actually day trade properly. If you use your own money, you're going to lose tens of thousands, if not $100,000 of your own money doing it. It's not something that most people should do. I was told when I started that it was incredibly easy, but it is not. It is not incredibly easy. It is, in fact, one of the hardest things in the world, I think, to do. But once it's something you can do, I believe it becomes a probability game where you can make tremendous returns if you know what you're doing. Gold is all-time highs. I don't know if it's cheap. Gold's futures are at, well, I haven't looked at the chart, but at one point they were close to $2,600 per troy ounce. You can trade crude futures. You can trade soy futures. You can trade gold, silver, platinum. You can trade Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is not something you should trade futures on. Will the market go up or down? If Trump wins, the market's going to go to the moon. If Kamala Harris wins, the market's probably going to tank and you should pull all your money out. Does anybody want me to explain why that is? I'm just telling you from a pragmatic perspective. Good morning, Rich. How you doing, brother? Yes, beautiful new convention center across the way. Well, Wall Street's already put out that they're bullish on Donald Trump becoming the president. When Donald Trump was president, he put tariffs on companies to bring their business back to the United States. So, for example, Apple, because corporate taxes in America were high, Apple started putting corporate offices in places like Ireland and India. And they put facilities to manufacture different things. One such example, here's one example, okay? There's a brand of sunflower seeds called Spitz, S-P-I-T-Z. I used to eat sunflower seeds. Now, Spitz used to grow and process all of their sunflower seeds in a place called Bow Island, Alberta, Canada, where I'm from. I'm not from Bow Island, but you know. And Trump came in, lowered corporate taxes, and Spitz moved their facilities from Canada to Michigan, where they would grow the sunflower seeds in Michigan and process them there. Apple moved large portions of their business back into the United States. So by lowering corporate taxes, it creates more jobs here and it allows more business to come back to the United States. That's one reason why the stock market and all the market analysts are like, we're bullish on Trump winning. It's going to push stocks. It's going to be good for the overall financial markets. Now, that's good, right? You know, like Maytag opened up brand new manufacturing facilities in Indiana, I think it was. And they built $1 billion of infrastructure and they hire people and they bring the business back. And now these companies are not only bringing their jobs back to America, but they're paying larger taxes in America. that's good for overall things. Okay. Kamala Harris wants to tax unrealized capital gains. And look, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm giving you the two plans. So capital gains tax is like this. Let's say you buy this white van, and the white van, when you buy it, is worth $30,000. And then something happens, and they're never going to make that white van anymore, but there's a huge demand for that white van. And a year later, this white van is now worth $100,000. Well, $30,000 purchase price, $100,000 current market value. That means that your gain is $70,000 on that van, right? So that van went up in value. Now, currently, until you sell this van, you don't owe any taxes on it. The minute you sell it, it's called a capital gain. Okay, so that's a realized capital gain. When you sell this van and you make $30,000 profit, you now have a $70,000 profit, because it was $30K, now it's $100. Now you have a $70,000 realized capital gain that you will pay taxes on. But Kamala Harris says that for anybody who with over $100 million of value and net worth, she's going to, so if that's you and you have $100 million and you have that van and it goes up $70,000, she's going to tax that without you selling it. The problem with this is good because, yeah, you're getting lots of money from billionaires. The problem is billionaires will start to shed things to pay their taxes on their unrealized capital gains. So if you're Jeff Bezos, you'll find a way to fire people. That sheds money. And you'll find a way to automate. One time you make an investment on a robot to do a thing that 5 people could do. You have 5 less salaries to pay in one robot one time. So they're saying they will be shedding assets to pay for their capital gains, which could cause, I doubt it, but could cause a massive financial meltdown in the markets, could crater to levels that we've not seen since the 1980s. So that's the 2 tax plans. One of them is to lower corporate taxes and let people keep more and keep the tax cuts that went in when he was president, which, by the way, if you are a normal person, those tax cuts helped you more than it helped the billionaires, because you automatically have a larger standard deduction. You may not know this because they tell you that Trump's tax plan only helped the millionaires and the billionaires, but that's not true. The minute he signed those tax plans and you took your taxes to H&R Block, the first thing that H&R Block agent did was apply what are called the standard deductions. They're different for single people, married people, people with kids. But your standardized deduction went up. You could take more money off of what you owed the minute Trump signed those plans, and that helped the middle class more. But anyways, I don't want to continue on this. I'm not telling you who to vote for. You now have the information, and if you think I'm lying to you, please go look it up, because what I'm telling you is not a lie. It is just factual, and the facts, I hate to borrow a term from a much more famous person, don't care about your feelings. So you get a standard deduction, and under Trump's tax cuts, it went up. There. And proportionally, you save more money than the millionaires. That's what it is. All right, we're going to the Westgate. So that's why when you ask me who's going to be better for the market, Trump or Harris, look, the market's going to increase in value because tech companies are going to increase in value. But I do believe it's going to go up more with one candidate and could fatally crash under another. That's all. I hope that analogy on the van was good. My brain's working good today. Boom, I got sleep last night, kind of, sort of. Woke up, drank my coffee with butter. I cooked my burger patties in butter yesterday. Kerrygold, baby. Top of the morning to you from the Kerrygold butter. Westgate used to be the Hilton International, but before that it was just the International, and then it was the Hilton International, and then it was the Hilton, and then, then it was the Las Vegas Hilton, then it was the LVH, and then I think it was just the LV, I don't know. If they kept going, it would have just been no name at all. Just keep carving things off of it. Now it's the Westgate. Hello, Las Vegas life. How you doing? Gilbert says, yeah, if only you make 100 million or more. So Gilbert had a comment. We don't want or need this overwhelming, overarching superiority. Gilbert said, well, that doesn't apply because I don't make 100 million, basically. I want to let you guys know that the initial, okay, you guys have heard this, right? He says it doesn't apply to me because I don't make $100 million, right? Correct? You guys, right? You guys understand? Okay. What you don't know is that I think up until a year or two ago, you were paying a tax on your cell phone bill that was instituted during the First World War when nobody owned phones. It was, actually, it might have even been before that. I believe it was. It was a tax to fund a war, and they put a phone tax, an excise tax on phones. There were only maybe 1 million phone lines in the United States back then, possibly less, but the reason that they taxed the lines back then was because only wealthy people had phones, only businesses had phones, and it was a tax that could be paid by the wealthy. Just consider that, okay? Taxes start off small. If I got NordVPN, can I watch a football game out of network? Absolutely, Kyla. I go to an NHL streaming site. Now my haters are gonna be like, Steven does piracy. Whatever. I go to an NHL streaming site, and one of the rules of the site is that you're supposed to select United Kingdom for most of the games, and then you can watch the games. So you should be able to out-of-market games. Just depends. Kyla, also, you should know that if you are doing it on like your TV, then you're going to have to cast the games to your TV. Like you can't just log into your TV's ESPN Plus app or your TV's cable package. It doesn't work through your television. Why is the economy starting to come back? No, now. That is a highly subjective claim that you're making. Why is the economy coming back now? Well, is it coming back now? That's the question I have. So we have the market, right? And the market comes in different layers. Down here, you have the lowest, but biggest, okay, the lowest dollar, but the biggest market participants. They're down here. This is like people that have to shop and consume every day. Up here, you have the middle class. They have 401ks, they have retirements. Up here, you have the super elite, right? And this is actually, what's really weird about this, guys, is that this is the way life works too. Like the markets work this way too. Up here on the NASDAQ 100, you have 7 companies. They make the majority of the money. Down here, you have some that are okay, some that are struggling. Now, the lowest part of the market is Dollar General, Dollar Tree, 99-cent only stores. Dollar General just started closing locations. Big Lots just claimed bankruptcy. 99-cent only stores claim bankruptcy. So why is that happening if the market is coming back? That's the question I have, right? And let's look at things like from an honest perspective, and let's not look at what the talking heads on the news are telling us. Let's ask those questions, right? Why is it that we are, okay, you want to have your mind blown? It's called COVID-19, right? COVID-19. You know why you don't know? If you don't know, now you know. Things should return and normalize, and Vegas should actually have more tourists, but it doesn't. What does that tell you? It's very, very interesting. Discover, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, okay, the big institutions that hold most of the credit card notes are seeing massive defaults in the last 50. Okay, things look okay. I mean, it's just like stuff. Let's see if this shake fixes it. Should fix it. I switched over to my other carrier. Right, so then the government steps in and they try to correct the market. Right? And you got California. Okay, all fast food workers must make $20 per hour. Who pays for this? The consumers pay for this with higher prices. And the companies try to shed the jobs because they can't afford the salaries and the incomes. In many cases, fast food managers make $20 an hour. Your wealth and your money is proportional to the things you provide to the market. Isn't it true that Amazon and other places like online marketing are cutting into brick and mortar stores revenue to the point where the brick and mortar stores are folding? Yeah, but see, the thing is that Walmart doesn't compete with the Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and 99-cent only. right? And a large portion of Amazon's revenue, has been put into shipping cheap items, and Amazon's now losing money to Temu. Amazon's coming up with their own Temu concept. Nobody knows anything, and if they tell you that, they do. Oh, I don't know anything either, brother. Like, I know nothing. I know nothing. I know I'm out here. It's gorgeous. It's freaking 69 degrees. 69. It's 69 degrees. I'm in Vegas, and somebody asked me a question about the economy, and I gave an unbiased answer that's educated to the best of my ability without telling you who to vote for. So you got, 8 days before the election. Go do what you're going to do. And you might say I'm a blowhard, and that's fine, and I love you all the same. I may not trade the day of the election. The day of the election, I don't know, man. I might just take $50 and put it in on a futures contract for SPY. If none of that makes sense, SPY is the S&P 500, and you can buy futures. And I might just buy a $50 ETF based on what I think I know might happen. Am I going to go into the Westgate? I heard they still have the Star Trek stuff hidden about. I'm not seeing Star Trek stuff. We'll show you the remnants of the Star Trek experience been turned into a timeshare presentation lobby and a gift shop. In Canada, they don't get to joke about it being 69 degrees. Actually, yeah. In Canada, if it's ever 69 degrees, you're dead. I'm reading a book. Wish I could remember the name. It's about what happens when a thermonuclear bomb detonates. And it's about how close we are to thermonuclear war. I had to stop yesterday. I was riding home on my scooter listening to it, and it's like, I don't think I can go through it. It is if a thermonuclear weapon detonated over Washington, D.C., the foreign adversary would target the Pentagon, and within half a second, all life would be wiped out within a 10-mile radius. Everybody. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. I mean, like, I just can't even. It would pick up 18-wheeler semi-trucks and throw them 500 feet into the air in a mushroom cloud before it slammed them back down to the ground. You know, a thermonuclear weapon would generate 700-degree sustained winds for a period, wiping out everything. It's the fastest wind speed ever recorded was in Australia. About 20 years ago, it's 252 miles per hour. Oh, crazy. So this is the things. Who's going to send us to war? Who's going to keep the world safe? I don't know. Let's go inside of Westgate. If you're in Washington, you don't survive, brother. You don't survive at all. In 1960, they had a secret meeting at this place in, I think it was Idaho, with now firsthand accounts of how they were planning on attacking Moscow with thousands of nuclear weapons. They would more likely do more than do an EMP. Well, that's the other thing too. A thermonuclear weapon is an EMP, so it would also destroy all infrastructure. An electromagnetic pulse is a device that kills electronics for good. So, like, you know, if an EMP went off near a hospital, the dialysis machines wouldn't work, the life support systems would fail, cars can't start. So the Elvis statue was over here. I think they moved it. Westgate's got the biggest sports book. I think Circus Sports might have taken the crown. Elvis statue was over here. It's still over here. I was looking over at the line. It's still over here. Steven, stop talking about the doomer crap. Focus on Westgate. I know, man. I'm a pragmatic son of a gun. Oh, by the way, been on for 40 minutes. Haven't had a single donation. If you guys want to help contribute, we did have Patreon, by the way. Patreon purchase. Thank you guys so much. Go over to notleavinglasvegas.com/donate for PayPal. You can find Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. All that stuff in the Show More box if you want to support us on a Sunday. Who's the Elvis statue? Yes, Soda Slots is right. If you show me shiny stuff, I'm going to get sidetracked. Because that's, and I'm not being, they were being mean. I got a shiny object syndrome in my brain. I'll change topics on a heartbeat. So there's Elvis. Now this statue, say what, oh, thank you, Robert. Robert sent $25 on Cash App. Thank you, brother. Say what you will about David Siegel. He's the owner of Westgate. He's a villain in a lot of people's minds. I worked for the man. He's kind of an egomaniac and not a very good person. But one of the things he did was he took the statue inside when he bought the Westgate. It used to be outside, out this way, and it was getting bird feces on it and stuff. So he put it in the right place. So God bless him. Some people want to see some old photos of some celebrities. Let's go take a look at that. So we have the original poster for Elvis. I'm not looking at you. So we have the original poster for Elvis up here. First live appearance in 8 years, 4 weeks only. Now that turned into a lot of shows. The Sweet Inspirations. You know, you don't remember the Sweet Inspirations, but you certainly remember Elvis Presley. And I don't know who James Burton is. Sounds Canadian to me. There's some people at like every one of these, so I can't show you stuff. They did Miss America, I think it is, here for a long time. This is the timeshare booth right here. If you see this is timeshare. You can choose to do it if you want to. I like the marble, the fake marble. Don't tell anybody it's just wallpaper, but still, it's cool. Here's one. This is Frank and Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. See, it's Frank Sinatra, and I go to these boots. Go figure. Man, I'm telling you, I'm seeing people at this Westgate booth who I know have worked for Westgate since I worked for Westgate. Thank you, Arnold, for $2 on Cash App. You know, guys, you might think that I think that's nothing, but I think that if 282 people sent me $2, then I could properly pay my phone bill today. There's Liberace. You know, not this piano, but one of his pianos is just over there at the Resorts World. If you like Liberace stuff. Who's this? This is Barry, right? Barry and Aretha? No, Dion. Steven's racist. He doesn't know his Black Soul singers. Dionne Warwick, production on Dion. Her 1979 album was helmed by Barry Manilow. Oh, Scott, thank you so much. Scott Burke, $5 on Cash App. Wow, we might break $50 on Cash App. Dion peaked her, okay. Soulful Dion peaked at number 12 on the Billboard 200 and went platinum in the US. The lead single, I'll Never Love This Way Again, became a major hit, reaching the number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The song was certified gold by the RIAA, and both it and the follow-up, Deja Vu, became a Grammy Award winner at the 1980 ceremony. So there she is with Barry, who helped her with that album. Barry Manilow writes the songs, brother. I hate to tell you. You know, he wrote the song, he wrote the Flintstones jingle. We're Flintstone kids, 5 billion strong and growing. And there's Barry Manilow at the Westgate. I just want a picture of Barry. Why can't I? Oh, Jesus, all over the place. Manilow. New shows just announced. Barry Manilow will be playing till he's 100, I tell you. It's been around for a long time. At the Copa. I said it before on the channel, I will say it again. Copacabana is one of the most tragic, heartbreaking, darkest songs in the entire world. Do you guys know the story of the Copacabana song? At the Copacabana. You know that song, right? Do you know the song? My late husband drove taxi in '69. He spent most of his driving people. Whoa, $10 from Keith Woodson. Showing support for NLV YouTube channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Keith Hughes, notleavinglasvegas.com/donate. Spent most of his shifts behind, driving people back to their hotels or homes because Elvis sold out every night. Of course, these poor people were sad. Aww. So yeah, so Copacabana is about a showgirl in Miami, right? And it might be in Cuba. I think it's Miami. She was a showgirl, and so she was a showgirl at the Copacabana. And the Copacabana was the place to go for showgirls and lounge singers back in the 1950s. And she had this boyfriend who was the lounge singer. And one night a bar fight comes out at the club at the Copacabana, and he gets shot and he gets killed. So the love of her life dies at the Copacabana in front of her. She witnesses the whole thing, this poor showgirl, right? And she is so traumatized that she can never get over her lost love of her life, the murder of her basically love of her life. And she just sits there at the Copa, dressed up like a showgirl forever, hitting on guys, trying to get drink tickets. You know, that's the kind of stuff you do at the Copa, at the Copacabana. And eventually, the disco craze comes around in the 1970s. And she's still sitting there in full showgirl regalia at the Copacabana. Isn't that sad? Like, she's like 60, 70 years old at this point, just kind of sitting there doing her thing. This is the Benihana. So Benihana's multiple levels. This is one of the premium experiences I think you can have. Go see Barry's Copacabana by the Manilow store. Let's go find the Copacabana jacket by the Manilow store. Cool, cool, cool. That is a sad song. Isn't it a sad song? That's sad. Edge Steakhouse is down here. The Manilow store is going to be by the theater. This is not where the theater is. Boardrooms, ballrooms. So we got to go out this way. I think the theater is towards the back of the whole property and the casino floor.
So what happens is we put US dollars in.
Her name was Lola. Was it Lola? No. That's a different song about transgender people. L-O-L-A Lola. I asked her her name in a raspy voice. She said Lola. L-O-L-A Lola. She lost her youth and lost her Tony, and she lost her mind. Isn't it sad? Twisted. There's an Elvis impersonator show here at this showroom, and a magician. Is this Jen Kramer? She's Canadian, by the way. This gal's a Canuck. Jen Kramer. Look at that flappy little head and beady little eyes. Here's the Manilow store. I don't see a jacket. Maybe it's inside and we can't see it. Oh well. There's a piano inside, a little one. Oh, this is the theater though. Right? Isn't it? I think so, yeah. Oh well. No Copacabana jacket for us. Oh, it was Lola. That's what I thought. Maybe it was the same Lola from the other song, the Kinks song. Yeah, that dark song, well, sung upbeat. I don't know Mac the Knife. I'll have to look into that one. High Limits. We're going to try to talk to some people here once we get on the main strip and people kind of get out of their hungover haze a little bit. For now, we'll go back here to the sports book, the super book as they call it, and then I'll head back to Vegas. Missed it there. Excellent show by Barry at 81. Yep. It's crazy, right? I mean, so they do have a buffet here too, just so you're aware. They're still calling it the world's largest, but you guys have seen stadium sports at Circa, so it'll be interesting to see what you think on it. Hey Farah, yeah, my wife's fine. She's in the south. They don't have storms in the south. So they say this is the world's largest, but here's the sports book for you guys. They even have slot machines over here, which is a good idea. A lot of sports books don't do this, but these guys do. But they're like the really old school slots, like multi-game. You guys have never seen one of these before. The way they work is you can choose any of these games off of here. I don't know what most people play, but you know, then you get the game loads up. It's old. These are probably 30, 40-year-old types of machines, but they still serve their purpose. They're workhorses, I'll tell you that much. They're not fancy, but they are loved by everybody. Why didn't they rename McCarran Executive? That's a good question. I don't know the answer. If I had to make an educated guess, I would say that probably McCarran Executive is owned by different people because it's an executive airport. It may not be the Airport Authority, which was that not-for-profit that raised money from rich billionaires to rename it Harry Reid. That could be why. What's up, Sergio? Yeah, Westgate runs their own sportsbook operation. It's a good question because lately, a lot of the different sportsbooks are being sublet out. So William Hill is a big sportsbook operator, and then you have like Circus Sports. So you go to a small locals hotel or a locals bar, and they might have a sportsbook, but it's not their sportsbook. It's Circus Sports. William Hill, I think, is at Caesars nowadays. No, Caesars has its own. There's one major one that has Caesars in it. I'm not sure which one that is. I remember we were at the Palms buffet in the past before it was sold off and sold out to the Yamaha, and the quality started to suck, and we found out that they were outsourcing the buffet to a third-party company, and the third party was running it. So even buffets could be rented out. They rent out the space and keep the name, but if the quality ever takes a hit, that could be a reason why. Because just like when a guy like Mitt Romney would take over a company, they weren't in there for anything but profits. So they would change the way the whole company would work in order to raid the profits of the company. And that's what happened to 99 Cent Only Store. It got purchased from a big hedge fund, by a big hedge fund, and they just didn't care about the quality of the experience for the customers. They cared more about profits, and the customers stopped going. And before you know it, the company's bankrupt. That's how it works. Are the sports books giving odds on the presidential election? No, they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to give odds. If you go to Polymarket is a crypto betting site. I don't even know where the Tesla tunnel is around here, brother. Oh, I do now. It's that side. I can see it. It's right there. I can see it says Vegas Loop. It's actually like 100 yards away from me. We'll go there. If you're betting, go to my show more info box on this video. Check out OddsJam. It's one of my affiliate partners. OddsJam is an arbitrage sports betting. So if you bet on sports and you get tired of losing, you're going to go to arbitrage betting, which is where the OddsJam takes two different sports books and they match them up for you. It runs an algorithm 24/7 basically. It'll send you a matchup where you can bet both books at the same time, where no matter what happens on the outcome of the game, you will win money. It's a paid service. If you go to it, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial to try the service out, and we get an affiliate commission if you do that. OddsJam is a nice company. They have American-based support and people. I've talked to them on the phone, and they invited me to be one of their affiliates. The Vegas Loop station is literally this white wall in front of me. So go to OddsJam and sign up for a 7-day free trial. You get a 35% discount if you use that link on your first purchase. It's a monthly service. You can cancel at any time. There's no long-term contracts. So yeah, we got the Vegas Loop. I don't know where the entrance is. We can go over there and walk and check it out. I just gotta sit for a few. Yeah, you'll find the OddsJam link in the show more box of my thing there. I have had like 6 or 7 clicks. Nobody signed up yet. One of these days, if I just get 10 signups to OddsJam and people love the service, they keep coming back to it, that's pretty great for the channel. Without me having to, worry as much. So this is the Vegas Loop coming soon. It's not open yet. Whoa, we got a Venmo. Donna Ray, thank you, Venmo, Donna Ray. Appreciate you. Donna Ray, that's so nice of you. You have a cool name, Donna Ray Magnum. Vegas Loop coming soon. The Westgate station, baby. Awesome. Let's get to the strip and ask some people some questions. I don't know what questions to ask them. So many people attending Trump's Madison Square Garden rally today. Yeah, that rally is going on. They sold the whole thing out in like 3 hours. Amazing, huh? You would never think that the guy would be popular in New York. Doesn't mean he's going to win it. Just means he's popular. It's a nice Land Rover. I can't figure out why these are worth $90,000. I don't have Venmo. Super Chats are great. Marianne, you're fine. Super Chats, the reason why people send the other ways, Marianne, is because Super Chats take 40% or something, and I don't even know. And then we don't get them until 6 weeks out. But you can do whatever you want, Marianne. If the easiest way for you, you just go to notleavinglasvegas.com/donate. Takes you right to click on PayPal, and then you don't need an account. Just put in your card info. But if you want to do a super chat, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Yeah, these are the tube there, but not open yet. Not open yet. You can't insure a Rover in London. I guess that means you can't drive it then, right? Because you can't drive a car without insurance. Some people saying Land Rovers are so prone to theft in London that you can't get them insured. So I guess you can't drive a Land Rover in London. That's crazy. We should be on the sidewalk, not walking on the street. I'm so glad that our signal's good here. It used to be so terrible out here. Every time somebody say go to Westgate, be like, okay, but then we're gonna end our stream because there's no internet signal. Yeah, oh, Maria Ann, thank you so much. I did, Donna Ray. I actually showed the whole stream. I showed the whole stream. I was like, oh, thank you, Donna Ray. Thank you. All right, well, that's our person that's been asking us for 3 weeks to go to Westgate. And we did. If you guys want to share this, we might have more people in the chats. I knocked myself out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. So this will tie into our obscene profit timeout, just so you guys know. We've been doing this for 6 years. This is a part of the way we pay our bills. You guys can support us for free by like, sharing, subscribing. You guys can find ways to support monetarily because Walking on Sunshine just played. We don't get any money from ads on these videos. They're completely free for you to watch. You don't have to, but if you want to use Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle, you can find those in our Show More box. You can also find an Amazon link where you can buy stuff, and we get 2% of every dollar you spend. So you spend $1, we get 20 cents. You can also go to Patreon. You get extra content on Patreon. Steve, you still going to McDonald's even though they had the outbreak? I haven't been to a McDonald's restaurant since I started carnivore. My last McDonald's meal was on September 4th. I had my standard when I was eating that stuff. Had a fillet of fish with extra tartar sauce, McChicken, fries, and a McDouble. No wonder I was getting fat. So I did that, and then the next day I went on carnivore diet, and I haven't been back since. I won't eat the beef patties at McDonald's because I'm pretty sure they pack them with seed oils. But I can't prove that. Juan appreciates the live stream. Thanks, Juan. Appreciate you. That's a big old tower, ain't it? Yeah. HOA's there, $2,500 a month. Even if you paid it for cash, you'd still owe them close to $30,000 a year just to live there. You found a black Adidas jacket. Did you turn it in, Brian? Sounds expensive. I don't know. I guess their loss is somebody's gain. If you turned it in, somebody might have gotten it back. I don't know. Sao Paulo. Claudio is here. What's up, brother? Ooh. I don't know any Portuguese. I know that saying welcome is very similar to saying it in Spanish. Anthony's here from Warrington, UK. Good evening from the UK, brother. Brian be like, free jacket. Some of those hoes are stupid. No, one Las Vegas is 1,700 and you only get a pool and a cardio gym. I mean, if they had a fully functioning gym with actual free weights and decent treadmills, you know, that might be cool. But yeah, if they just have like a little cardio gym where you, here, get on your elliptical. $1,700 a month is a lot of money. You could get yourself access to Life Fitness in Summerlin for way less than that. And they're a full-on gym with full-on swimming pools and stuff like that. How much is gas? $3.89 down here on the strip. It was like $4.50 last year, so at least that's gone down. Good day is bom dia in Portuguese, huh? I thought it was like similar to bienvenidos, which in French is bienvenue. Oh wow, you're going to the Sphere early. You got a 1 p.m. show. You're getting down there at 11. Let's go ask people some questions on the main strip. See if this plays out well. Do I miss the Riv? I spent a lot of time at the Riv, dude. But I don't miss it. You know why I don't miss it? I don't miss it because that was a different version of me who hated life. I was frustrated all the time, you know. I was always angry at everything. And I was like, you know, I couldn't even afford Nickeltown hot dogs. And I just never want to have that feeling anymore. So I don't really miss that. And I don't have a lot of romanticized memories. Although, when I give away, there's one great memory, actually. They used to have a band called Penny Lane, Beatles tribute band there. And back in 2012, the wife and I came back to Vegas from our Tahoe trip, and we were living in the Blair house. Now it's called the Rita Suites, and it was I think that was the John McCain Barack Obama election. It was around election season, and I remember going there, seeing that on the TV that election day. And then we went to the Beatles show. It wasn't a real Beatles show. It was just a tribute band in a bar. You could go for free. This is the parking garage for Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau is that whole property on the other side of the street. So yeah, that's my memory. Good stuff though. Then, of course, they filmed the end of a Jason Bourne movie. One of the last scenes, the last one with Matt Damon, they filmed that at the Riv because it was closed. They do that with lots of movies, or lots of shows. Lots of movies will film at a closed casino in Vegas because they're going to implode it anyways. So you could always mess up the building with explosions and pyrotechnics and drive cars through it. Nobody cares at that point because the building's already condemned. They didn't do that with the Mirage. They didn't do that with the Tropicana, which is just bizarre. Golden opportunity for Hollywood to come in and get their best looking demo scene ever. Whittier, California's here. This is the back end of the new convention center. So this is another loop entrance here. And this one must be operational because you have cars entering into it. I'm just looking, if that's all right. Oh, is it free? Sure. Let's go in for free, she said. We're gonna go in for free in the Tesla tunnel. I probably will lose signal, but that's okay. Are they testing it or what?
No, we're open today. Today's the last day for whatever event that's going on at South.
Oh, I don't need to be a convention visitor?
For today,
We don't care?
it's a slow day.
It's a slow day?
So what I
Okay.
can have you do is go to South.
Oh, I gotta go down there.
Yeah, and then hop off and tell them you want to come back. And then
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Appreciate you. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna ride the tunnel. What's up, guys? Appreciate you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
So where are you headed?
I guess south.
South? Yep.
She just told me, hey, you want to ride for free? I'm like, I guess, sure. Doing a live stream right now, so see. It'll be interesting to see if the signal works underground.
It will.
It will.
Yep.
Good. So, how long have you been driving with these?
About 6 months now.
6 months. It's only ever so often when there's conventions, I guess, or?
Oh, we're very busy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the convention center is almost 2 million
Oh, yeah.
square feet.
Yeah,
And they built the book stuff. They got 2 different ones going today.
that's cool. This thing's gonna be all over the place in 10 years.
Yep.
Go to the airport in 5 minutes,
Ground.
40 feet.
I've got 14 inches of clearance on each side of the car.
Nice.
We're going to you said South Station, right?
That's what she told me to say.
Yeah.
That's good.
Keep saying West.
No problem. So this is not autonomous. You have to steer it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's coming soon?
I'm sorry, things talking in my
Oh.
ear. What was that?
The autonomy is something they're talking about doing in the future?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Man, this is slick. Can't imagine when these things are going 150 and 150 miles an hour underneath the strip. That's going to be pretty slick.
I don't think they'll go that
I
far.
was gonna say, his original thing was like, you know, Elon Musk. He always talks about that. 150 miles an hour, 2 minutes to get from one side of town, but it's all good. This is great. Look at the heads-up
Yep.
display in here.
Yeah.
This little down here, you have 2 displays. This one's special for your car on the bottom,
Yeah,
right?
it's special for the loop.
Gotcha.
It's traffic control.
Oh wow. Okay.
It tells us where to go.
People ask what happens if the car breaks down in the loop.
They have to divert the other cars around it and get it out as soon as possible.
Gotcha. Wow, this is slick. What was your name?
My name's Bill.
Bill. All right, Bill.
Yep. So this is Central Station. So that's the monorail is up above and some places to eat.
Wow. This is great. This is longer than I thought because I went on it when it first opened at CES.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're going from one convention center to the other. This is considerably longer ride.
Yep. Yeah. We have 6 stops now.
6. It's so fast. It's so quick. They're going to have the Encore and the Wind coming up. Is that right?
I'm not sure of who's next and so forth. So.
Wow. And we're going 36 miles per hour down here, guys.
Yeah, we were up to 40. Now we're slowing down for the turns.
Wow.
We have traffic control. So.
What a gift this is. I do these live streams. I have a channel called Not Leaving Las Vegas,
Oh, cool.
And I like to show people stuff they don't ever see, and now this is something they don't ever see. This is great.
So now we're coming back up 40 feet.
Wow, look at that. Just like that. South Station. And all the way down to Paradise. There's the boring bit.
Yep.
And they got one going to Virgin too. I was out there last week, and you can see all the parts of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Any idea when that's opening?
No.
No. That's so great. I've been to Hawthorne, where SpaceX headquarters is, and there's a really short one of these in Hawthorne.
Yeah. Is there?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
not a word.
It was the beta test. It ran for like 2 months, and then he came to Vegas, and they said, "Here, take our money." Awesome. Thanks, Bill.
You're very welcome. Make sure
That's
you got
awesome.
everything.
Yep, you're good. You have a great one. Thank you, sir. Wow, what a freaking day. There's signal all underground. There's better signal underground than there is over on Flamingo near Hughes Center. That is cool. By the way, we are way down here now. This is crazy. Let's just do let's make everybody. Oh! I just want to show you this. I can zoom in on it. It's okay. Yeah. This is what the boring bit looks like. So this is what they use to carve those tunnels that we were just in. That's the bit for the boring tunnel. Godot cutter head. And they have so many of these. How far south did I go? A few miles. We are way south. Like, they got Champagne Supernova playing by yeah, that's good. Okay, so we're way south now. Like, we're past, I think we may be past the sphere. We might have passed the MSG sphere. Sierra Vista, Twain's gonna be that way, I believe. Yeah, we're pretty far south right now. What a trip that was. You see, that's why if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you have to subscribe to my channel. Okay? Whoa, we got $20 from Frank for our ride on the Tesla tunnel. That was fast. We were going on average 30 to 40 miles per hour that entire time. I did a whole pre-recorded thing on this, and it wasn't that long. Like that one, I think you were in there for 2 minutes on the first one I did, and this one you were in there for much longer. Wow. That was cool. Thanks, Frank. Frankie, who's not leaving LasVegas.com/donate, and he sent us $20 on PayPal for that nice little surprise. So yeah, okay, so I know where we are now. I mean, obviously there's the Country Club Towers right over here. This is one of the original, I call it a high rise, but this is like a 1970s, 1980s era residential. And then over here further, we have Mark 1. This is on Maryland Parkway. So we're not south. I mean, we're south, but we're actually more east. We're east of the Strip now. We're so far east of the Strip that we are nearly at Maryland Parkway, because Mark 1 sits on Maryland Parkway in Sahara. So Sahara's right over here. So to give you an idea, where were we? Well, there's the Westgate where we started. So we went even further than to where we were. I still rather take the deuce. I wouldn't. That's the funny part. When you're going, you can't see where you're going. You don't know where you come up. That's true. That is very true, man. That is very true. Did I have anybody sign up for Patreon today? No, I didn't. But Bill Kiss signed up the other day, and I appreciate that. All right, let's go see where we're at here. Because I want to take the tunnel back, but if I'm being totally upfront with you and forthright, it's actually better to do a walk from here, because I get to show you some stuff that you never get to see. Because the convention center is just absolutely massive. Let's walk with the crowd, because I don't really want to walk over here. This can be dicey. So this is the convention center. Why did they make this so far south? You mean the deep south? To coin a little Mickey reference. So that was pretty rad. Yep. Tesla tunnel. Are you kidding me? Free ride. That was cool of her. The fun part is now we get to walk all the way back. We could take the car back, but I'm not going to take the car back, because you've already seen that one. The convention center is absurdly huge and still being built on. Yep. And we're not even the largest, by the way. This is not by far the largest convention center in the world. I believe the one in Chicago is larger. I know for a fact there's one in Tokyo that's bigger. Ooh, look at all those cop cars. Is this a police station? There's a lot of police cars down there. Huh. So there's going to be, so I know that there's Win Encore. Those tunnels are being built right now. And there's also the Virgin, which means what's going to happen is this will be a hub, right? So the Virgin Hotel is that way. Sorry, I bumped my camera. So those will go that way towards the Virgin Hotel because we were seeing those tunnels being built last week. I don't even know what convention's going on today.
Wait a minute. 12 bucks.
See if I can spot any badges. Oh, it's a Harry Potter convention. I don't know. Green capes. That's strange. Yep, we're further east. And you can see the tunnel. Oh, wow, look. You can actually see the boring machine here, part of it. See that? See that? That's the giant boring machine. So it goes underneath. That's what you. That's what's ripping apart the ground underneath. They must use a tremendous amount of water in those tunnels when they're doing that construction. I do show you guys a lot. Thank you for your contributions on the donations today. It really helps. It really more than you know. I can't even tell you. Well, these guys wearing Super Nintendo. So it seems like there's a nerd convention in town today, which I would be right at home at, but I'm not registered, so I won't go. So, you know.
Oh, you guys I love it personally. It was just like out of all my everything now.
Oh, it's Magic the Gathering. That's what it is. It's Magic the Gathering, a card game. Interesting. This is the convention center. Whoa, Liz B sent $20 for our tunnel. Thank you for Cash App from Liz B. $20 for the tunnel. Super nice of you. Thank you, Liz B. Look how far we came east. You don't even see it till you realize you're on the other side of the MSG sphere. Excelsior. Should ask these people, Trump or Harris. That would be hilarious. Look, it's Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. Billy! Oh, it's not. It's the guy from Powder. Oh boy, I gotta watch my commentary. Some of y'all might dress like this. Good Sunday. How you doing? KFC, West Wings. Triggered. I could never get into Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. I don't understand it. But it's popular. It's $1 billion business.
Pray for us if we ever.
See, look at these cool looking people. Even they play Magic the Gathering. Yeah, the tunnel is apparently going to go to the airport at some point. They're planning on building over 100 miles of tunnels underneath Las Vegas. Over 100 miles. I don't have the wherewithal to figure out all the rules, bro. Go fish. That's my card game. Guy's wearing that hat. It's not even hot out, bro. What are you doing? It's 72. Amateurs. I'm so happy that my signal worked underground. I was legit concerned for that, you know? That's good. Okay. I was so curious how the tunnels worked. Well, that was nice of her to hook us up. It was pretty dope. be perfectly honest, I'm not sure why a statistics nerd like you isn't on the card tables in the casinos. Because I don't do math very well, brother. I don't do math very well. I can memorize numbers, but I can't really do them on the fly. You know? So it's not something I'm very good at. Wow. The guy had an LGBTQ magic shirt. Convention center, command center. Gotcha. Why were they cutting through this alley? A lot of them are probably staying at these properties here. So it kind of makes sense for them to cut this alley. Or it could be that they had shuttle buses, because there's a shuttle station over here. Or it could be that they just came off of the monorail station, which is right up here. So this is like a drop-off point, it looks like. Yeah, see all the transportation areas over here? Yeah, the Raiders are going to play the Chiefs. So, the newspaper said, the Review-Journal, they said that last year after the Raiders beat the Chiefs, that the Raiders all smoked congratulatory cigars. Now, I told you guys a few weeks ago why the Raiders are a terrible organization, and that's why. Can I explain why that is? Say yes in the chat. If anybody cares to hear, I'll say it. 1:25 p.m. I got a pedometer going all the time. So Edie and Bill say yes. So here's why the Raiders are a terrible, toxic organization, okay? Now, do you think the Chiefs are going to be happy if they beat the Raiders? Do you think the Chiefs were happy last week? Yes, of course. Yeah, we're satisfied. But they're not smoking congratulatory cigars in the locker room afterwards. It's a regular season game. That's a leadership mindset that is terrible. Now, a good coach would smack those congratulatory cigars out of the mouths of his players. He would say, what the hell do you think you guys are doing? We just won a regular season game. We have to win at least 12 of these just to make it to the playoffs as a wild card team. And you guys are sitting here like you just won the damn Super Bowl. That's the difference between a lousy organization and a great one. Eyes on the prize. You don't celebrate the fact that you just beat a team in the regular season. You know? And that's what my old man told me a long time ago. My dad's a super smart guy. He said, you know, son, a lot of teams that don't even deserve to be there, maybe they beat a much better team to get to the playoffs. Now they're in the playoffs, they lose right away because in their minds, they just won their championship. And that's what the Raiders are. Not thinking about the goal. It's good to win a game, but you got to win a lot of games, and you can't celebrate one game any more than the others. Oh, we beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl. Guarantee you they weren't smoking cigars because they beat the Raiders. Okay? We're on Paradise now. Not gonna lie, we might end up delaying our talking to people live stream until tomorrow or the next day, because I've now been walking more than I thought I would for this. But as promised, you know, we were going to show you the Westgate. We weren't going to not show you the Westgate. Where's the next Super Bowl? I don't know where it is this year. They really only play the Super Bowl in like a number of places. Vegas will be one of them, mark my words. Miami, you know, Arizona. They kind of do like a loop. LA will be one of them. New Orleans, yeah, Atlanta. They play them in warm places with enclosed stadiums. That's what they generally do. Think about that, right? Arizona enclosed stadium, Georgia enclosed stadium, New Orleans enclosed stadium, Los Angeles enclosed stadium, Las Vegas enclosed, Miami is open air. Oh, the atrium at the Mirage is already gone. They tore it down. Somebody's asking if they're going to save the atrium at the Mirage or dump it. It's already gone. It's already a memory. We've already memory hold it. Doesn't exist anymore. Is SoFi open air? I thought the one in LA was basically enclosed. My bad. Thank you. Woo. That's a technical foul liability right there. Has a roof. Okay, good. Gotcha. I was half right. Better than being completely out of it. What's the temperature for F1? I don't know what the temperature will be midnight on the 23rd. It'll be colder. Commanders will sneak in there and make it to the Super Bowl. Okay. Clicked on your live stream in the middle of the tunnel drive. That was trippy. Yeah, it was fast, huh? I wish it was in 60 frames per second, but I do my streams in 30 frames per second now. But that's alright. What's up, that girl Pam? Oh, the light switch is temp? No, that's always there. I thought you meant the temperature of the air, like as in climate. Now's the time I remind you guys, if you guys enjoyed the F1 ride, if you guys like the unexpectedness, if you guys like me doing these streams, we do them as a way to support the family. So like, share, subscribe. And also find ways to support us. Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in the Show More box. nllvcontact.com/donate if you want to do one time without a PayPal account. There's an Amazon link in there for you to click on. If you buy anything, not just the product it takes it to, buy anything on Amazon, we get 2% of your purchase. And also we have Odds Jam. If you're betting on sports, why don't you bet the smart way? Bet with arbitrage betting. That way you never lose a bet, you always win. Odds Jam finds odds, matches them up to you from sports books across the country. Make sure you always come out a winner. You get a 7-day free trial in my Show More box. And we also have Patreon, where you get extra content. All right, let's get back to the strip, though. We're not going to go down Desert Inn. Yeah, the tunnels will go to Fremont. They're going to make little hubs. So you'll have a hub that'll connect them. So you'll have a loop that goes for all the Caesars properties, a loop that goes to all the MGM properties, a loop that goes downtown, and they'll all be connected by little hubs. It'll be basically a metro system that runs with electric vehicles. It won't use power off the grid aside from the batteries in the cars, obviously. Very clean, very sustainable. Lamont, now we know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, thanks Lamont, appreciate you, brother. Lamont took action on our obscene profit timeout that we just did. Thanks, bro. Oh man, Brian, I'm doing laps. What happened to my political? I stopped YouTube. I do it on Patreon, on X now. So I'm on X. You can find that in the Show More box. It's political commentary. It's conservative. Don't go there if you're not a conservative. It's on X. So you can find it nllv_comm on X. I got about 5,200 followers on X. I have about 1.1 million impressions on X in the last 3 months. So X is a better platform for those things for me. Lamont, you're not the normal, typical Democrat. I think you know that, unfortunately. Lamont is a Democrat, and Lamont is fair and balanced. However, most people nowadays are not on either side. So this is a place we used to go to called the Beach. It's gone now. The Beach was famous with UNLV students and locals alike. The beach was here up until about 15 years ago, and then they tore it down. Now it's just been sitting blank for a long time. I think they opened this for parking during big conventions. Magic the Gathering is not a big convention. Excuse me. All right, we're back to kind of where we started here. Not a lot of people out in this area, though. Am I wearing the new Skechers? I am. I'm not a shoe guy, so I'll have one pair of shoes that I wear for everything, and then I'll burn them out and get another pair. So I only got one pair of Skechers. Steven, zombie apocalypse in Vegas. I don't know why that would be happening. Water break for me. Yeah, we're at the newest convention center. Expansion is right there. Excuse me. Are you lost? You look lost.
Yeah.
What are you trying to find? I can help you. Oh, she's not gonna listen to me. She's looking for like Casino Royale or something. Okay. Best of luck to you. How warm is it? It's 72. 72 degrees. So this is the restaurant. Somebody was asking me which restaurant was used in the movie Casino. This is Piero's. This is the famous mobster restaurant from back in the day. I don't know if I'll do a Halloween stream. Everybody's going to do a Halloween stream. I don't participate when everybody's doing the exact same thing as everybody else. Yeah, I mean, like, why? So I can have 150 people watch? Talk to myself the whole time? Not so much. Not so much. This is where the old, one of these two properties, it could be this one or the next one. That was the old Debbie Reynolds Hotel. Yeah, that's where they blew up Lefty. This guy's from overseas. You can always tell the shirt, the shoes, the socks that go up to his calves. the skin color, because there's not a lot of sun over there. All right, I have to go run an errand. All right, brother. Thank you, Lamont, for your super chat. You were the only one from my last round. But we appreciate everybody who came before and everybody who's watching now. This is a failed property called the Majestic. They have a sales center, but hasn't been open in a long time. It was a non-gaming retail type of property. This was the pre-COVID era of Vegas. Well, I guess I was wrong, V-Fall. Could have done the correction about where it got blown up. I thought it was. Either way. It was never built, no. That's what they did. The Majestic was never built. It was supposed to look like the sign up here. That was what they were trying to come up with. But nope. 6 unique full frontage sites from 1,700 square feet to 16,000. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. There would be several months of the year where there will be no foot traffic. It's a terrible location for a 16,000 foot retail. MajesticVegas.com is for sale. Their domain is MajesticLasVegas.com though. So see if MajesticLasVegas.com is functioning. It could be a dead page. Peter, thank you so much. I like Mr. Roosevelt left field. Mr. Roosevelt field lefty, I knew him. Awesome, brother. I don't see any cars. So you can't go to the west. They closed the West Loop station today. I was thinking, I was like, well, maybe we should ask if we go to the Resorts World. But it looks like these are not open right now. It's quite the long tunnel. If you guys know, we just went in the Loop Tunnel. Quite the long tunnel. Bagel Mania is always busy. They marketed themselves pretty good. It's huge in the Jewish community, that's for sure. So Majestic Las Vegas is live. The dream lives on, brother. The dream lives on. I don't know why people honk at me, but they do. And sometimes I wonder, do they recognize me? Or are they don't like being filmed? Could be any number of things. It's going to try to cross here, which I always tell you not to do. Use my best judgment, but probably not a good idea. But there's a car over here that I really want to see, but it's not worth it. Not worth risking. The cars aren't going to stop. Convention Center Drive is pretty busy today. However, after this Tesla, we actually are in the clear. We just had to wait a little bit, which is good. A lot of people recognize Steven. I'm not a celebrity. Sorry. Just a guy that you guys watch talking into a camera, my man. That's it. That's me in a nutshell. This was the car I wanted to see. I thought you might get a kick out of this. Is this a Rolls Royce? It might be. No, it's a Mercedes-Benz. V8 compressor. Oh my. Look at that, folks. Oh, good for Norma. She's in Japan. Happy for her. Look at this car. Now, can anybody tell me what year, model year this might be? This thing is crazy. I don't know I know nothing about this car. Like, I know they still make V8 compressors. They still make them. So, yeah. So it's a, okay, so somebody can Google this. This is a, oh, okay. This is from a place here, but it's a 500K. So somebody look this up for me, tell us the year, because this is pretty wild. 1940s. Well, now we know. We can look up 500K V8 compressor, Mercedes-Benz. It'll probably give you a range of when it was actually built. It's got a little bit of wear on the tire here. Saw this dude filming and walking. He looks just like Milhouse. Thanks, Callie. You're gone now. What a dick you are. It's a replica? No, it's not a replica. It's a real car. It's a Chevy. Right. It's got the wow. So when is a 500K Mercedes-Benz V8 compressor? What model? What year is that? Somebody tell me. 35K? Wish I could get a serious answer out of you guys, but it's okay. It might be hard to find. It's a nice one though, that's for sure. Oh, somebody wants to say, I want to go to Bagel Mania. Let's look inside here. 1936. Sensation of the 1934 Berlin Auto Show. So it is a Hitler era car, that's for sure. Somebody said 34, I thought they meant K. I wonder what that sells for at auction. So Bagel Mania, look at the lineup here. They're doing okay. This could also be for Pink Box Donuts. 1.6 million. $1.6 million car. Wow. Are you serious, Perry? That's wild, dude. 1.6 mil? Jeez Louise. I'm going to assume a lot of this stuff is kosher. Oh, geez, really? Pop goes the bubble. I guarantee you, if you looked on these bottles, you'd probably see the, because it's a Jewish place, right? What company is this making mustard flavored soda? Wow, look at this. Where is this from? It says here. Okay, I'm trying not to drop this too. This is from somewhere in California. I can't read. The white on the yellow is a bad choice. So they got a lot of stuff here. And then they have like standard Doritos, Mexican Coke, Mexican Sprite, Mexican 7-Up bottles. Hank's Gourmet. Never heard of these things before. Any great precious. Thanks for going to this Bagel Mania. I never knew it was here. Yep, it's a big old place. They have a full bar with stocked with liquor over here. Secret ingredient is happiness and a little bit of deli mustard. So this is pretty nice. If you go out, take a look at Bagel Mania right off the strip. Worth going, I'd say so. Nice. 1934 Mercedes-Benz. Unforgettable rides. You can tell me that you're going to buy that car for $29,900. You're telling me that a car that is 91 years old, a 91-year-old car in this condition is worth $29,900? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make sense. You say this is an unguarded, sketchy neighborhood? Okay. There's a valet attendant 2 feet away from all of these cars. I don't think this is an unguarded, sketchy neighborhood. But, you know. So I'm hearing anywhere between $1 million to 40 grand, and that this could be a kit car. This could be a kit car. Let's see if we have any, because you could always take a cheap old engine and stick it on top of this. But I'm gonna probably say not a kit car. I mean, I don't know. Is this real? Yeah, this is real chrome. I don't know that there's any kit cars that have real chrome intake valves and things such as this. I'm not trying to be obsessive over this, but I just think this is a gorgeous thing, and a lot of you guys are really pragmatic. Like you guys, some of you guys are really practical, but I think this is maybe the real deal. I'm just thinking, but this is reproduction, so that's hard to say. That says vintage reproductions on it. So I don't really know, to be honest with you. But it does have some damage and some chips in it and stuff such as this. The steering wheel and dash are not vintage. Yeah, that's true. But it's certainly not $29,000. You know, this is a hybrid BMW i7. It's not $29,000. All those 4Runners were worth 50 grand easy. So anyway, yeah, buddy. You got the kit car. He says he's got the Knight Rider theme in his head. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Isn't that the one? Do-do-do. Or was that Quantum Leap? I can't remember my old theme songs from the 80s. Oh boy. So I know where that car comes from, like geographically speaking. If you're on Industrial Road, about half a mile away from Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play, there's a place there. It's a Hollywood Cars. Cars used to cost $3,000, and even with inflation, that was about $10K. Used to be able to buy a house through the Sears Roebuck catalog for $5,000. But I wonder if in 50 years we're going to look back at things. I mean, what's the price of a yard-long margarita going to cost in 50 years? $250? It's too much, man. Too much to wrap my head around sometimes, you know? If you would not film the drug deal a few months ago, don't clap. Well, I mean, look. I touched a car. I feel like a Katy Perry song. I touched a car and I liked it. The feel of the chromey plastic. It wasn't plastic, it was chrome. I mean, even if it is a kit car, the kit costs $40,000, and then you got to have an old 1935's car to put it on top of, you know. A 500K was auctioned at the 20 Bonram's Chantilly sale for $5,558,000 in 2021. A 500K was auctioned for 1.6 million. Yep. But it's 90 years old, if it is. See a massive anti-inflation when we switch back to gold. You're never getting off. Ugh. I know one of the founders of Apple, and his name escapes me right now. How terrible is that? So, Steven just said a crazy ass stupid thing. Steven is one of the founders of Apple. The Apple that Steve Jobs did. Yes, I do. I sold him marketing. He lives in Pahrump. And his name is completely escaping me. It was Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak. And what is the third guy's name? He was only with Apple for a few weeks, and then he pulled out. He sold his stocks. If he kept his stocks, it would be worth $3 billion now. And his name is bothering me. But anyways, he talks about going back to the gold standard a lot. He's an older gentleman, and he likes to talk. And I liked to listen. And when I was selling him, he went on and on about the gold standard and about how it's going to switch back to, he said it can't go back to gold. And this guy's like an economics major. Like this guy's like a borderline genius on the economies. It wasn't Steve Wozniak. Ronald Wayne, thank you. Ronald Wayne, he lives in Pahrump. Go look it up. He's going to be in My Vegas magazine when we come out in a few weeks. I think it is. Ronald Wayne. And Ronald Wayne told me on the phone, he said, well, can't go back to gold. It's going to go to silver. He said, so invest in silver because we need some kind of standard. And his take is that it's going to go to a silver standard. when the entire financial market system crashes around us like in Fight Club. But I don't know if that's true. Tony Jazz, $1.99, shouting Trump, Trump, Trump. Do you guys want to go look at Trump Tower lobby? Do you guys want to go look at Trump Tower lobby? We should go ask people who they're voting for at the valet of Trump Tower. Then we can actually come through and be honest with the title of this video. Oh boy. Robert O says yes. Oh man. This is one of those perfect places where you tell me, hey Steven, if I give you a large super chat, will you do this thing? Because I'm nervous about it, honestly. But you don't have to pay me for it. I'll try to come through with it. He didn't sell $3 billion in stock for nothing, Calvin. It's like a Paul Harvey thing with you guys. I have to tell you the rest of the story. You guys are too young to know who Paul Harvey is. But yeah, Ronald Wayne, Steve Jobs, and Steve Wozniak. And Ronald Wayne had some bad business experiences in the past, and he was far more mature, so to speak, than Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak were. And Steve Jobs, they all entered into a business, three-way business partnership together. Ronald Wayne was the guy who wrote up the articles of their company and did all the legal stuff. And they had, shares of the company, three-way shares. But Steve Jobs was known for being a maverick. So Steve Jobs was some young, college dropout. Steve Jobs' father worked in the tech industry. I don't remember where. It might have been IBM or something. So they were trying to make, the Apple One. And they were going around to computer stores in Northern California and selling, the shop owners on the ideas of buying computers. And one guy was like, I will buy it if you can promise me 6,000 units by this time. And in the meeting with Ronald Wayne and Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs said yes. The problem was they didn't have any components at all, period. They had no procurement of anything to build a computer. And so Steve Jobs was like, well, my father knows a guy that works for Hewlett-Packard, and I can maybe get them there. We'll just have to talk our way into it. And this made Ronald Wayne very nervous. And he sold his original shares back for $800. So that's what happened. Talk to one of those guys standing on the corner asking for money. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not comfortable with that. I feel like I don't like it when people ask me how much money I make, so I don't have a right to ask them how much money they make. So Ronald Wayne wasn't part of Wayne & Schuster. Haha. Quantum financial system. It's crypto-based. Yeah, I've heard of this before. No, Brooks is not crazy. So, and but see, right there, that's the reason why people fail at day trading, to bring this roundabout back to around 2 hours ago. Why do people fail at a day trade? Because they buy a stock and then it goes up and then they pull out. They never realize their full potential. They buy a stock, they get a profit, they get afraid of holding on to what they already have, so they exit the trade. Trade made $200, trade made $3,000, but they got limited at $200 because they were so afraid of losing what they already had gained from it. So they weren't able to look past themselves and have faith. And Scripture teaches us faith the size of a mustard seed can move a mountain if applied correctly. Yep, so Ronald Wayne will be in our Top Men of Success, My Vegas magazine, coming out a couple of weeks from now. Signs of the Times. I wonder who publishes this. You really have to look at who publishes a thing, because not all, and they won't tell you, Napa, this could be Nampa, Idaho. This could be Mormon. This could be LDS. You don't know. Yeah, since it's in Idaho, I'd imagine it's Mormon based. But, you know, you don't know who's giving you the message, and there's bastardized bad ones. I have a stay at the Westgate, but I don't want a timeshare. Well, if you have to do the presentation, then don't take the stay if you're uncomfortable with the presentation. Why are timeshares a complete scam, John? John Rockberry says timeshares are a complete scam. Why is that, brother? There are lots of people that use their timeshare and they like their timeshare, but why are they a complete scam? Curious to know why. Because I'm told that day trading is a scam. You know, so I don't know. Some people even say Vegas is a scam. What happens if you sign up for a timeshare and don't pay? They take it away from you. What happens if you sign up for a car loan and they don't pay? What happens if you sign up for a home loan and you don't pay? What happens if you sign up for Columbia Record House Club back in the 80s and you don't pay? I don't know. What happens if you sign up for Adobe Creative Cloud and you don't pay? Okay. You do get me, right? Like, everything has terms. Anybody can quit anything. There will be legal repercussions if you don't pay. You can't really squeeze that much out of those Magnificent Seven stocks. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care if the Magnificent Seven make money or lose all their money. That's not how I trade. The amount you pay for a timeshare you can fund your own vacation. Sure. Sometimes yes. Always yes. The question is, are you guaranteed a 5-star room? Like if you went to Malibu, for example, right? How much would it cost you? And I'm not saying timeshares are good. I'm just giving you the counter. I'm giving you the counter so you can think. So I'm asking questions. How much would you pay to stay 1 week in Vegas at the Wynn Hotel? How much? $3,000, $4,000? I don't know. And that's just for the room. But, you know, if you're staying at the Marriott Grand Chateau, you might pay $2,000 for the year for that timeshare room to stay there for a week. I'm just asking questions. I don't invest in the NASDAQ. I've said this 100 times, and I'm going to stop explaining it, and we're not going to talk about day trading ever because people can't listen. I care what the chart is doing now and 5 minutes ago and 5 minutes from now. And if Tesla comes out and says that we're bankrupt and the NASDAQ falls 1,000 points and I play my cards right, a 1,000-point drop on the NASDAQ, when I short the stock, can be worth $5,000. And if Apple comes out and says we solved, thermonuclear fusion for your homes, and the NASDAQ pumps 1,000 points, I'll go in long and I'll make $5,000 on a move if I can. I don't care if the Magnificent Seven make money or if they lose money. That's a type of trading. You don't always buy stocks and sit on them for 6 months or 6 years or 60 years. That's a way to do it, but that's not what a lot of people do. Fatal's always going to fight with me. God bless you, sir. Love you all the same. No one can see the future, Fatal, but you're missing the entire point. And if someone can text in simple fifth grade terms that when you're trading futures, you don't care if the stock is up or down for 6 months. You care if it's up or down for 3 minutes. That's what you care about. 3, 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe. You take that action and then you leave, and that's why you can trade in an hour a day or even less sometimes. I had Monarch Grand for over a decade and loved it. Las Vegas was my home location. Got out when they sold. Right on, Wally. Lots of people like timeshare. If timeshare was a scam, Disney, Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, they wouldn't attach their names to timeshare programs. But they can be a scam if you go with a little sketchy company. It's the exact same way that if you get bad financing terms on a car, it's a scam. It's the same way that if you sign up for some kind of service that's not providing you a good service, you got scammed. Fatal, it's not so much scalping. I mean, you can scalp bars, you can scalp moves. Sure, it's scalping. But that's what I'm saying, Fatal. I don't care if the Magnificent Seven makes money. What do I care? I don't have all day to stare at a chart. I got a full-time day job, you know? But if you understand the basics and the fundamentals and you can win 6 or 7 times out of 10, you can make a nice little living in 20 minutes here and there if you're sitting in the right place at the right time. Like, I don't want a bomb to go off in Tel Aviv today, but if it did, I'd be on the markets when they open up at 3 o'clock Central Time, and I would short that. So you say the market's melting down, you're short the market. You say, well, everything's great now, you go long. What timeshare property in Las Vegas is best in your opinion? For presentations and for respect, but you need a lot of money to do it. You have to have a good financial situation. Marriott treats people really fairly. I've heard Hilton, Alara is also very good. But typically you're not getting those, they're not giving you free room stays. You will actually pay $130 or $200 for 3 days and 2 nights. But you get a beautiful room. Will the election affect trading? Absolutely. Geopolitical events, 100% affect everything. I don't know if I'll trade that day or not. I don't know. Because what will happen is the market will go bonkers and you'll have one giant bar up, one giant bar down, one giant bar up, one giant bar down. And that's not what you trade. You don't ever do that. You can't do that. You can lose your shirt. You know, you'll be at a $500 loss in 30 seconds. So we'll see. Because the thing is, futures markets open at 3 Central Standard Time. And right around 5 is when returns will start coming in across the country. Yep, it'll be bad. It'll be volatile. So this is Trump Tower over here. 400 people watching. We're gonna go check out the lobby over here. Try to pop into some halfway not hot. It's getting warm out here. It's 73, but it feels warmer. It's supposed to be a high of 84 today. Hopefully I can get home by 1 p.m. today because I got a lot of stuff I gotta Got at least 2 hours of training for my trading, and I gotta clean the house up. Lots of stuff. Hit like and share. Everyone who stays here says that the service is amazing. It's good. That's good. Let me take this off in case I decide to talk to somebody. Trump Tower is also part of the Hilton timeshare. Stayed there. Yeah, Hilton has some rooms here. And Hilton has some rooms, and you can also get a... Now my mic is off, so it might sound funky. Hilton has rooms, and you can also buy condos here if you want to. $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 condos at Trump Tower. And then I heard that Trump owns some units on his own. So... Lots of Kansas City Chiefs fans here, that's for sure. Trump Tower is also part of the... Okay. Let's go in here and see what it looks like. The fun part is the doors, because of ego and narcissism, giant T's. Of course they're giant T's. It's funny, huh? So it's boring in here, I'm going to let you know. There's apparently a really good restaurant over here, I'm told. So I'm told it's really good over here. We can't go into Planet 13. They don't allow filming. All the dispensaries out here are going to say, no filming. No filming of any sort in the dispensaries. So you can buy, see they have residences here. So you can own the ultimate address. That's just marketing. I wouldn't say it's the ultimate address. So, oh man, that's crazy. Oh, do I get one? I kind of want one. $55. Oh my gosh. I kind of really wanted this one just so I have it. They're $55 though. That's expensive. That's getting up there with F1 hat territory, you know? $55. Gosh, that kills me. And then you have just regular Trump Hotel stuff on this side here. You can only get one. I know, guys. It's just... Oh, I got bills to pay, dude. What a pain. They keep sending me these election things. Hey, get your hat for $15. I'm like, how's that? And it's $55 here. So I can arbitrage it, right? Is it a... It's made in the USA. Oh, man. Yep, made in America. When we were in here before... Well, this doesn't go towards the Trump campaign, guys. This is just lining Donald Trump's pockets. So, anyways. Dang it. Anyway, I can't. I'm sorry. That's... Ugh. They only sell one due to high demand. I know, but I can't. It's a thing. I can't. Like, if I'm crushing it, yes, those become impulse buys. But I can't. If I'm crushing it, those are impulse buys. I would not even think twice. It's just another day in paradise. Peter Gabriel. Yeah, everybody, it's easy for you guys to spend everybody else's money, right? Just do it. Just 55. Dude, that's pesos. That's my family. I guess they just don't want just anyone to buy them. I guess, yeah. Whatever, dude. Fucking hippie, bro. Oh, Kyle. Yeah, Kyla, there's lots of hats. You go to Lids. Everything's $50, $60. Go to F1 store. Oh, Calvin. Thank you, Calvin. That's nice of you, bro. Is it Phil Collins? Oh, I said Peter Gabriel. I suck at this game. Now I got it because Calvin made a super chat. Thank you, Calvin. That's nice of you, brother. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, boy. Calvin. Blame the Dems on the reason you can't. Dude, I'm not doing that. We do that, we lose everybody on the stream. We've only lost 20 people showing Trump Tower because they can't hold their urine over basic everyday things. You know, this place was here before Trump was president of the United States. Been here before, it'll be here again. After. All right, so get the black one. I think the black one is the coolest one. But then you have an American flag on this one. But see, I don't know. No, the black one, black sits more with what I have. Black sits better with what I got. I mostly wear darker colored clothes anyways. The red one. Black for sure, okay. Let's get this here. Wow, they got a lot of stuff down here. Bless you. Baddest man in the whole downtown. I shouldn't take my microphone off because it's being a pain in the ass.
Awesome. Thank you.
How you doing? Good. Yeah, just that.
Just the hat, sir, for you. Sorry about that.
Guys do locals discounts?
Local discounts.
I do. You have to ask. You're in Vegas. That's what it is.
I know, man.
Oops.
$59.61, sir, is your total today. Go ahead and tap your card. So you want to wear the hat today? And I can put yours in the bag?
Yeah, you can give me a bag.
Yeah, I'll go
That's
take
fine.
the check out for you.
Thanks.
I just need your autograph here for me. So.
Am I supposed to write no tax on tips? I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Good one, sir.
Are you guys selling a lot of these or what? Are you selling a lot of these?
This hat, sir, just came in last week.
Okay.
Pretty much, we never got a black hat since I've been here.
Right.
So, do you want to put your hat in, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. Cool.
Yeah, but this one right here is very limited, and I have that one, what's left. And
That's it, really? Okay.
But we never got a black MAGA because there was a problem with the manufacturer in California. They never sent us some. So.
Well, you got them now. That's cool. Thank you. So there it is. Dark Mega. That's cool. Appreciate you sending that off to us. That was something you didn't have to do, Calvin. Appreciate you, dude. I don't want to sweat like crazy in it because here's what happens when you sweat in a black hat. It's obvious you sweat in a black hat, and I'm probably not going to wear this that much. Maybe this week when I stream, I will. I'll just go full mega, and everybody will unsubscribe me. But this is how my hair looks. I'm starting to get rock star hair again. That's cool. So this is the hat. If you guys see, it's got Trump here. It is made in the United States. Like you said, it's made in California. Made in the USA. Cali Fame Headwear, so it's American made. And I mean, I don't know much about hats, but I had my friend Eddie who, before he went to heaven, he was telling me the good hats, they have like this stiffness in the back right there, decent embroidery. Doesn't have the foam in it, so it'll last a little bit longer. And it says Trump on the back, so that's cool. Yeah, black is good. Elon Musk wore this at that rally, and then it was like, everybody wants a black hat. And they were selling black hats at the Trump rally, but I knew full on. This is going to be an Elmer Fudd hat, by the way. So I knew full on that those were fake. They're obviously faked hats. Okay, so there's that. Huh. Oh, there you go. All right, and I'm going to, well, I'm sweating. That's the problem. Wally sends $20 to cover taxes and fees. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, bro. That's very nice of you. We got to get out here. We're gonna have to do our stream where we ask people who they're voting, or not who they're voting for, where we ask people embarrassing questions at a different video because my battery is at 20% right now, believe it or not, because I've been walking and talking for so long, and I have the microphone in. But yeah, this is an interesting day today. That's for sure. You got the same one? Cool. Right on. So this was an interesting stream. I never thought I would see this. I'm going to probably end up giving this to Caroline anyways. To be honest, I believe Trump is trash, but I also believe he's the best candidate. We'll see. That's called balanced. Okay, I'm going to tell you an analogy, and my analogy is this, okay? I said if I worked for a company and my owner was kind of a trash guy, and he was kind of a prick, and he was really public, and he was always on Facebook saying stupid stuff, but my paycheck was always on time, and every year I got a raise, I don't really care what my owner says. He doesn't actually spend the money on my family, but he pays me all the time, and you know, my workplace is safe, and it's, you know, and I have opportunities to advance, and that's it, man. Focus on the fans that stay. And that's another thing too, Rich is right. I don't really, if I care so much about what everybody thinks, then I'm never going to get anywhere. And I had one guy, super nice guy named Tom, and he was emailing me, and he was saying, you know, this is how the conversation started out. It started off with, hey Steven, I hope that you're only showing the Trump rally because you can show people how stupid, misogynistic, and horrible Trump supporters are. That's how the email started out. And so I emailed him back and I said, I'm just going to observe and report. And if Kamala Harris did a rally out here, I'd show that rally too. And he said, yeah, but really, you don't understand. What you should do is you should go to Mount Charleston. You should just go to Mount Charleston, and you should go up to Lake Las Vegas. That's all people really care about. And I said, well, that may be true. That might be mostly what people care about. However, I said, if I stay the same, I'm always going to stay the same. And if you want different results, you got to do things that you're not doing, right? That's my thing in life. If you're gonna want to have a different result, you have to do different things. And so, you know, that's why today I hoped that I could get to where we could start asking people questions, but I did also promise somebody on the stream the other day that we would see the Westgate resort, so I hope that they come back. And I'm going to retitle this video, you know, touring Westgate and Tesla tunnels, because that's really what we did. And, you know, but that's my point, right? It's like, I want to start talking to people. I want to start, you know, doing different things, because I think that makes things interesting in life. I don't know, what do you like better, not leaving Las Vegas or the mega, the dark mega? Kind of like the dark mega, but this is interesting. So it's going to be an interesting week or so. Here's what I will say. It doesn't matter if you're a conservative or if you're a Democrat. I want you guys to remember that you could have conversations with people this week coming up. This is really important, my message to you right now. I hope you guys pay attention to it. You could have conversations with people coming up this week. You need to remember that not everybody that disagrees with you is immediately your enemy. We're not. We just have different ideological perspectives. And that's okay too. But the way to engage a person and talk to a person is not to tell them your side of the opinion right away. It's to ask them what they think. Because there's a book by Ed Mylett, M as in Michael, Y-L-E-T-T. Ed Mylett, and it's called The Power of One More, I think. That might not be the book. But Ed tells a story about his father. His father was, yeah, it is The Power of One More, but he tells a story about his father. And Ed himself is a big beefy guy. He was going to be an athlete, but he hurt himself really bad and he couldn't play baseball anymore. And that forced him to go take a job working at a place where kids were in recovery for being juvenile delinquents. And what he realized at that point, he said, was that his father had taught him, people want to know that you love them and have love for them, that you care about them, and that you want to hear them out. And I want you to remember that. So if you're engaging, if you're a Democrat, you want to talk to a Republican, the last thing you can do is walk up to them and say, you know, Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler, right? I made a video about that on X. Go to X, type in nllv_com. You'll find my channel. You can find it in this box here. I said, it's in the show more box, my X account. You can't just walk up if you're a Democrat and say Donald Trump is Hitler, and you can't all just walk up if you're a conservative and say, you know, Kamala Harris is a Marxist. That gets you nowhere. So just be civil to people, open a conversation, open a dialogue with them, hear them out, and hear what they have to say. There might be a nugget of gold in there for you to learn anyways. You never know. And then do your research before you believe anything anybody tells you, including myself. Okay? I want to thank you guys so much. You guys have been a fantastic stream here, and you know, it is good. Awesome stream today. Cool to do the loop and go shopping. That was interesting. We're going to be back out tomorrow. We're going to have to do a different, thank you, Aunt Bear is one of my members. If you guys are a member if you listen to me, please. If you're a member on my channel, I'm not telling you to quit that, but you might want to quit that and go check out Patreon, because if you're supporting me on Patreon, or maybe you're in both places, you're going to get so much extra content. Like right now, I'm going to go take some 360 photos in front of the wind. I know exactly what I want to take photos of. It's in my head. And I'm going to post those up. They're going to be like really cool, super wide angles. And I'm going to post those up after I edit them on Patreon today, just like I did yesterday. And then I do extra videos. I might even take a 360 simulated drone with this 360 camera. But you can only get that on Patreon. So patreon.com/not leaving Las Vegas. If you're on both channel memberships and Patreon, God bless you. I hope you can afford to do both. But if you can only afford to do one, switch out of channel memberships. Go to Patreon. You can buy a year in advance even, and get a discount, or you can do month to month, and you can cancel anytime. We have other ways to support me in the chats. Thank you to Carol, who sent me a super chat after the stream yesterday. That was pretty cool. Bill said, Bill, I'm dying now. Bill says the pics were pretty cool. I want you guys to know you're loved, you're appreciated, you're respected by me, by everybody around you. You just have to look at the positives in life in the next week especially, okay? Praying for all you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Now's the time when we say like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate you so much. Now's the time when we say 3, 2, 1, click. Have a blessed Sunday. Jesus be with you. I love you guys. Bye.